baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my...
Y'all, the real reason Cardi B walked away from Stefon Diggs is darker, messier, and way more shocking than anyone expected. This wasn't just another celebrity breakup. This was a silent explosion that started long before Super Bowl night. Because while cameras were flashing and fans were cheering, Cardi was already done. No smile, no hugs, just a cold, good luck, and a quiet exit before the final whistle. And now insiders are revealing why she said, "I can't stay anymore." Multiple baby mamas, secret tensions inside the same hotel, Instagram stories exposing everything, and a timeline so messy it left Cardi blindsided and humiliated. Imagine celebrating your man's biggest career moment while his other baby mamas are posting from the same event. Imagine realizing you were just another chapter in a pattern you already escaped once. Sources say Cardi had one rule from day one: no new drama, no more hidden babies, no disrespect. But Super Bowl weekend shattered that promise. What should have been their happiest moment turned into the final straw. And when the game ended, the relationship ended too. Unfollows. Silence. No statements, just pain behind the scenes. This isn't just gossip. This is a story about heartbreak, betrayal, and a woman finally choosing her peace over public love. So the question is, did Cardi overreact, or did she finally see the truth everyone else ignored? Because what really happened that weekend might be even worse than what the internet knows.
Stefon Diggs lost more than just the Super Bowl. So he allegedly lost his woman, Cardi B.
Y'all, this wasn't just a breakup. This was a quiet collapse hiding behind Super Bowl lights. A story that started with a cold, good luck, and ended with Cardi B whispering the words insiders say Stefon Diggs never expected to hear: "I can't stay anymore." Because what really happened that weekend wasn't love. It was humiliation. It was betrayal. And it was a pattern Cardi had already survived once before. For weeks, everything looked perfect online. Cute posts, matching captions, couple vibes. The internet thought Cardi B finally found peace after Offset's chaos. Fans were rooting for her. Headlines were glowing. But behind the cameras, something was already cracking. Sources say Cardi had one simple boundary from the very start. No new baby drama. No hidden secrets. No disrespect. She didn't want another circus. She didn't want another relationship built on lies. She didn't want another public heartbreak. And Stefon promised. But promises don't survive secrets. Because just 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, whispers started spreading. Messages being ignored. Sudden tension. People around Cardi noticed the change. She wasn't laughing the same. She wasn't posting the same. She wasn't glowing the same. Then came Super Bowl weekend. February 2026. Cameras flashing. Celebrities everywhere. Music blasting. Fans screaming. Cardi arrived looking stunning, like everything was perfect. She smiled for photos. She performed. She played her role. But insiders say she already knew something wasn't right. Because inside that same hotel were women who shared children with her man. Multiple baby mamas. Same building. Same event. Same weekend. And one of them wasn't hiding. Instagram stories started popping up. VIP passes. Hotel footage. Sideline clips. Smiling selfies from places only family should be allowed. The internet noticed immediately. Screenshots spread like wildfire. And suddenly, Cardi's private nightmare became public entertainment. Imagine that moment. Your partner playing the biggest game of his career. You standing in the spotlight. And realizing, you're not the only woman in his story. Sources say Cardi felt blindsided. Not because she didn't know his past, but because she saw his present. Because promises were broken. Because respect was missing. And then came the timeline that made everything worse. One baby mama gave birth just weeks before Cardi did. Another child from another state. Another woman posting proudly. Another reminder that the man she trusted was living multiple lives at once. That wasn't love. That was chaos. Friends say Cardi tried to hold it together. She smiled in public. She stayed calm in interviews. She showed up like nothing was wrong. But inside, she was already breaking. There's even footage from the night before the Super Bowl. Cardi at a private party, looking distracted, whispering to someone, saying she was struggling, asking how she was supposed to get through this. Because by then, she already knew. The Super Bowl wasn't a celebration. It was a goodbye. Watch the moment again. That viral clip where she told Stefon, "Good luck." No smile. No laugh. No kiss. Just 2 words, like a final notice. Because when a woman is done, she doesn't scream. She doesn't fight. She doesn't explain. She goes quiet.
Cardi didn't have much to say anymore, so a reporter asked her if she had any advice, but she kept it surprisingly short. Take a look.
Inspired message for Stefon before the game. One inspired message.
And Cardi went silent. She left before the game ended. Didn't celebrate. Didn't stay. Didn't wait. And hours later, the internet noticed the biggest sign of all. They unfollowed each other. In celebrity language, that's war. Sources confirmed the breakup quietly. No big statements. No messy interviews. Just silence. And pain. And a woman choosing peace over public love. But here's what makes this story darker. Cardi had lived this before. Offset. Cheating scandals. Baby mama drama. Public humiliation. Tears. Apologies. Promises. More betrayal. She survived all of that just to walk into another storm. And this time, she refused to drown. Insiders say she told friends, "I'm not doing this again. No more lies. No more disrespect. No more sharing a man with the world. Because fame can't buy peace. NFL status can't buy loyalty. And love without respect is just another headline waiting to happen." And Stefon's reaction? Silence. Cryptic posts. Music about heartbreak and being wild. Almost like he already knew he couldn't be the man she needed. But by then, Cardi was already gone. Not just from the stadium. Not just from Instagram. From the relationship completely. Because sometimes the loudest breakup is the one with no words at all. And insiders say what really happened inside that hotel, what Cardi saw, what she heard, what she felt, hasn't even come out yet. So the question is, did Cardi leave too fast? Or did she finally see the truth before it destroyed her again? And what we're about to reveal next might change everything you thought you knew about Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Stay tuned. The night after the Super Bowl, everything went quiet. No tweets. No cute posts. No "we're good" statements. Just silence, the kind of silence that usually hides the truth. Because while fans were arguing online about scores and highlights, insiders say something much heavier was happening behind closed doors. Phones were ringing nonstop. Friends were rushing to Cardi's side. Messages were being deleted. Screenshots were already circulating. And that's when people close to the situation realized this wasn't just another celebrity argument. This was the moment Cardi B finally broke. Sources say Cardi didn't leave because of one Instagram post, or one baby mama, or one awkward moment. She left because of a pattern. A pattern she had seen before. A pattern she promised herself she would never live through again. And the biggest shock? The truth about Super Bowl weekend was only the tip of the iceberg. Because insiders claim tensions had been building for months. Quiet fights. Sudden disappearances. Conversations that ended with silence. People around Cardi started noticing she wasn't happy anymore. She looked exhausted, like someone carrying a secret she couldn't say out loud. And then came the hotel situation. Multiple sources say Cardi walked into an environment she never expected. Same event. Same hotel. Women connected to Stefon's past and present. Awkward encounters. Cold stares. Fake smiles. No drama on camera, but pure tension off camera. Imagine trying to celebrate your relationship while whispers follow you in hallways, while phones are secretly recording, while strangers online already know details you just discovered yourself. That's when Cardi realized something terrifying. This wasn't just messy. This was humiliating. Because in the celebrity world, perception is everything. And that weekend, Cardi wasn't just a girlfriend. She was a headline waiting to explode. Friends say she tried to talk to Stefon privately. Tried to understand. Tried to stay calm. But every answer created more questions. Every explanation felt incomplete. And the biggest issue wasn't just the past, it was the future. Because insiders say Cardi started asking herself a brutal question. If this is happening now, what happens 5 years from now? More rumors? More women? More children? More headlines? She had already survived that once. She wasn't about to relive it. And that's why the good luck moment felt so cold. Because it wasn't shade, it was closure. She had already decided. She was just waiting for the right moment to walk away with dignity. But there's something even darker people aren't talking about. The emotional toll. Sources say Cardi felt embarrassed. Not just as a partner, but as a mother. As a woman who trusted again. As someone who believed things would be different this time. Because when you've been hurt publicly before, you don't just fear heartbreak. You fear humiliation. You fear becoming a meme. You fear your pain becoming entertainment. And Super Bowl weekend felt exactly like that.
My gosh, well, I would be like that too because Stefon's other baby mama was also at the Super Bowl. She was also there. And then fans know.
So after the game ended, she didn't scream. She didn't argue. She didn't expose him. She left. Quietly. Permanently. And hours later, the unfollows happened. That single click told the world everything without saying a word. Fans noticed instantly. Blogs posted headlines. Comment sections exploded. But the most chilling part? Neither of them tried to fix it publicly. No desperate apology videos. No long emotional captions. No, we're working through it. Just distance. Because sometimes, the truth is too heavy to explain. And insiders say Cardi spent the next few days surrounded by close friends, crying, thinking, and making one final decision. She was done chasing love that came with chaos. Done defending a man who couldn't protect her peace. Done repeating a story she already survived. Because love without respect isn't love. It's a lesson. Meanwhile, Stefon's reaction confused fans even more. Cryptic songs. Emotional posts. Lyrics about being wild and untamable. Almost like he knew he wasn't ready for the life Cardi wanted. And that's what makes this breakup feel so tragic. Because sometimes two people love each other, but their realities destroy everything. Cardi wanted stability. Stefon lived in chaos. Cardi wanted peace. The world around him brought noise. Cardi wanted loyalty. But trust had already been broken. And when trust dies, love follows. But insiders are warning, there's still more that hasn't come out. Conversations that were never recorded. Moments that were never posted. Things Cardi saw that changed her forever. And if those details ever surface, this breakup might look even worse than anyone imagined. So now the internet is asking the question everyone's afraid to say out loud. Did Cardi leave too late? Or just in time? Because sometimes the biggest act of love is walking away before you lose yourself. And for Cardi B, Super Bowl weekend wasn't just the end of a relationship. It was the moment she chose her peace over a love story that was slowly destroying her. But what happens next? Will Stefon respond? Will more secrets leak? Will Cardi finally tell her side? Stay ready. After the unfollows came the distance. And after the distance came the truth nobody was ready to hear. Because when the cameras stopped flashing and the noise faded, Cardi B was left alone with one terrifying realization. She had ignored the warning signs. Not because she was blind, but because she wanted love to be real. Friends say the days after the Super Bowl were quiet, heavy, emotional. No club appearances. No flashy lives. Just private conversations, tears, and long moments of silence where reality finally sinks in. Because the hardest part of heartbreak isn't losing someone. It's realizing they were never who you hoped they were. Sources claim Cardi kept replaying everything in her head. The posts, the whispers, the hotel tension, the timeline of babies, the broken promises, the awkward conversations that suddenly made sense. And slowly, the truth became impossible to ignore. This wasn't just drama. This was disrespect. Because insiders say Cardi didn't care about fame or status. She cared about loyalty. She cared about honesty. She cared about protecting her children from chaos. And what she saw that weekend made her realize peace would never exist in that relationship. So she made the hardest decision of all. She chose herself. But here's what makes this story darker, more tragic, more real. Cardi didn't just lose a relationship. She lost hope in something she believed could be different. After everything with Offset, she wanted stability. She wanted calm. She wanted a partner who understood what public humiliation feels like. Instead, she felt like she was watching history repeat itself. And that realization broke her. Because fans see glamour. They see outfits. They see headlines. But they don't see the nights where you cry quietly, wondering how you trusted again. Insiders say Cardi asked one simple question before leaving: is this going to be my life forever? And the answer terrified her. More rumors. More drama. More embarrassment. So she walked away before love turned into regret. Meanwhile, Stefon stayed quiet. No big explanation. No emotional apology. Just cryptic music posts and silence that only made the story louder. Because silence speaks when truth is uncomfortable. Some fans blamed Cardi. Some defended her. Some said it was rumors. Some said she overreacted. But people close to her say one thing clearly: she didn't leave because of gossip. She left because of how she felt. And feelings don't lie. Because respect isn't something you beg for. Trust isn't something you guess. Love isn't something you share with chaos. And Cardi had already lived that life once. So she refused to live it twice. That's why she didn't scream publicly. Didn't expose messages.
Of course you didn't win the Super Bowl. You got too many women and babies in the same place. Good grief.
Before you go, let's be real for a second. Stories like this don't end when the cameras shut off. They get darker, messier, and louder behind the scenes. If what insiders are whispering is even half true, then the real fallout between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs hasn't even started yet. Because breakups like this don't stay quiet forever. Receipts surface. Old messages leak. Friends start talking. And the truth always finds a microphone. So now I need to hear from you. Did Cardi walk away at the perfect moment? Or did she already know something we still don't? Was this just another messy celebrity split? Or was there something deeper hiding in plain sight all along? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your opinion might reveal angles nobody else is seeing. And if you're not subscribed yet, this is your warning. Hit that button now, turn on notifications, and stay locked in when new receipts hit. When someone finally breaks their silence, you do not want to be the last person finding out. Share this video with someone who thinks Hollywood drama is fake, because tonight proved it's real, it's ruthless, and it's far from over. The story isn't finished. The silence isn't safe. And the next leak could change everything. Stay ready.